All right, y'all. Welcome to another episode of BarSupials. You know how we do? Stripes on deck, right? Don't get out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So we do a quick. We'll do a quick recap of Smack Volume 7 that went down last week. Man, there was just like a fire card. Um, Rather than go through each one, we're just gonna just give a quick score count on what we saw and what we thought about the event as a whole. And it's the type of stuff we do, man. So we say, you ready to get into it?
Yeah, man.
All right. So there were a total of 6 battles on this card announced, and one of them did not go down. That was B Dot versus Shotgun Suge. I guess that's gonna be rescheduled. The other matches that were on this card were New Jersey Twerk versus Jay the Nightwing, DNA versus Av, Arsenal versus Danny Myers, K Shine versus Chilla Jones, and Tay Rock versus Aber. So let's get into it. First battle of the night. They started half an hour late because B Dot Shotgun Shook did not go down. So they started with Arsenal and Danny Myers.
Pretty heavy battle to start with.
Arsenal and Danny Myers. So what do you say? What did you have? What'd you count on that?
I didn't see that battle. I came in unfortunately later.
Okay, so Arsenal and Danny Myers. I will say that I prefer Danny Myers' style more than Arsenal's. Not that I'm totally off put by Arsenal's, but I only think that his style will work up against certain rappers. And it was really up to Danny Myers to lose for me. So that being said, I thought he actually won the battle. I have to give it to Danny Myers, man, because he showed up versus B Dot, I think it was. No, it wasn't B Dot. He showed up on the previous card versus Drugs, and he did really well. And the question was, can he do that again, and who can he do it to? So he stepped in front of Arsenal. I think Arsenal was a little bit overconfident, and I thought that he maybe thought because Danny Myers had asked him to battle a while ago that he can just treat him like a chump, and that just wasn't the case. Danny Myers had all kinds of bars for this guy, and it was. And I'll be quite honest with you, and I'm not the only one because the fan votes were way off too. It was like 3,000 to like 500 and something. Yeah, it was huge. It was starting to look really bad for Arsenal after a while, to be honest with you. If you ask me, it was looking really bad for Arsenal. So I would give Danny the 30. You know what? Fuck it. I'm giving Danny the 30, man. Straight up. He beat Arsenal 3-zip. And that's just what it is. So I'm looking forward to seeing yep. I'm looking forward to see Danny Myers versus some higher level competition, man. Like some, not that Arsenal isn't, but I don't think Arsenal took him as seriously as he needed to.
That's too bad because Arsenal can be so good when he's so good. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
I think I watched Arsenal versus Pat Stay recently, and I think that's a good battle we should do too.
Yeah, we could do that. I actually like that battle too. But like I said, I don't think he took him as seriously as he needed to be. I think I want to see Danny Myers versus Tay Rock. To be honest with you, I want to see Danny Myers versus Tay Rock, and I want to see him versus some other higher competition that will try to beat him and not take him as a joke, because he's one dude you cannot play around with. And I'm willing to bet that battle has replay value. And Danny was just going off, man. Like I said, I want to give Arsenal a run, but nah. Sorry, nah. 3-zip Danny. That's how that's going down.
Good.
Next battle, we had Av versus DNA. You see that one?
Yeah, that was the first battle I saw. Yeah.
Okay, so
now I'm trying to remember which way I would have had it going. I think Av took it. I think DNA was wasn't that hot that day, as far as I can remember.
Yeah, I remember something totally different. I remember DNA snapping, yo. DNA was fucking snapping in the third round. I think I gave, if I'm not mistaken, my first round for Ab got cut out on the stream. So, yo, if anybody's listening to this, man, that knows anything about this caffeine shit and how it just drops out, my I missed Ab's total first round, so I couldn't score the first round. But even DNA's first round was really good, I thought. So picking up from the second, I thought that DNA also got the second. And for the third, DNA was he was just awesome. Like I think I got a 30 actually. If I didn't, because I didn't see Avs first. But if he came anything like he did in the second and the third, it was nothing like what was DNA was doing to me.
Yeah. I now I remember one DNA bar like making fun of his own thing about spraying machetes or whatever. Like, yeah, I remember that was good. Yeah,
It's his thing now is that he said he's not going to use gun bars anymore. That's his gimmick now. And
plenty of machetes to spray.
Out of machete. So the one thing that I did like about DNA this battle was that he freestyled. He freestyled. He freestyled for 2 rounds. He did some rebuttaling in there. And I believe if you can do that well, if that's your strength, why not? Like he didn't do it against Vixen. I was so surprised. I was shocked. And Geechee, he didn't freestyle against Geechee either. I was like, why?
Or Ilmac. Like because that really is one of his best qualities. And I noticed that too. Recently he's not doing it. And it's like you're battling guys who freestyle and they're freestyling against you and you're dead in the water.
Not even that good at freestyling compared to you. And you could kill them. So why wouldn't you like? But maybe you have a game plan. Maybe you're trying to prove something. You know what I mean? Hollow does that kind of stuff too. But anyways, in any case, I got DNA winning. I don't want to say 30 because I didn't see Abs first, but I definitely got DNA winning the battle. Okay, so the next battle we had was K Shine versus Chilla Jones. You see that one?
Yeah, but I'm having trouble remembering it now.
Okay. K Shine versus Chilla Jones, they were saying that this was going to be for the champion of the year, which I do believe as we speak, they're trying to decide that. And going into this, people didn't really know what to expect from Chilla. And Shine has arguably not lost a battle in like 3 years. So people were expecting a lot from Shine. And he was going off in the face-off and a lot of huffing and puffing and, a lot of, you know what I mean? And just a very calm dude.
I think I remember this one now.
Yeah. Matrix, right? The Matrix. So, right? Because Chilla was trying to paint the narrative that, you're a great performer and you rap well, but in this small room, people want to hear bars. And all that jumping around and yelling that you're doing, it's not going to matter here. And he absolutely painted that picture to a T. It was just ridiculous. I think it was a 30. I don't think Shine got around, man. His mic was messed up in the first, so you couldn't really hear a lot of things that he was saying. But you could tell that what he was saying wasn't really compared to Chilla's. Chilla was very direct in talking to him about him and his style and where he's at and what it means to be where they're at right now. And he just executed that perfectly. I do believe. What you say?
Well, it's interesting because for me, Chilla Jones in front of a crowd is a boring rapper, but in that setting, yeah.
I always found Chilla boring because of the way that he rapped, not because there's a crowd there or not.
Mm-hmm.
It's the style of he's learned to adapt now, right? But before you'd have to for him to say one thing, you'd have to follow this long scheme for like 8 bars till you get to the punch, and it's like, for some people like that, but he's learned to cut those down and give direct attacks.
And I think, yeah, and I think that's why he, like, when people are talking about him as like the best pen or whatever, I'm like, no, I know what you mean, but
Yeah,
no, like
yeah,
it's just that's the only way he can do it. That's
yeah.
the way, it's like it, yeah.
Well, here's the thing now. He's starting to show different things now.
Mm.
And beating K Shine is a big thing. The last time I seen Chilla perform like this, he went up against a guy named Prep. And it was at that time people had Chilla going in as the underdog, which is crazy. They had him going in as the underdog. And he just mopped the floor with this kid. Like, and it's like he almost did the same thing here. So I'm liking what Chilla did. I actually gave Chilla 3-zip 30. So that's three 330s on the card already.
Hmm.
And they're good battles. It's not like they're weak, and it's not like they're terribly one-sided or anything like that. So it's looking like a pretty good event so far. So then
Now
we have
this is my favorite battle of the night.
this is Jay the Nightwing versus New Jersey Twerk.
Yeah.
Okay, talk about it.
Well, I mean, details I don't remember that well. Nightwing though, Jay the Nightwing, that was the first I've seen his name. I may have seen a battle, but that was the first time I really saw him battle. And I have to say, I really liked his style. I think he could have walked in on anyone with that attitude and done pretty well. And yeah, I liked his bars. I liked his style coming at it, and I definitely gave it to him and became a fan of Jay the Nightwing that day. Yeah, I look forward to his next work.
You got him winning?
Yeah,
You have him winning the battle, eh?
yeah. I don't know I don't know the breakdown, but I definitely he took the battle for me.
Oh man, I'm about to make a lot of people mad with this one. About to make some people mad with this one, man. Because I'm seeing the reviews out there, man. I'm seeing the reviews,
Oh yeah.
and we're criticizing. So the main things that we're talking about here is how long Twerk's first round was, which is like 9 minutes or something like that. Long ass round. It was a long round. The first round was super long, and how short his third one was, and him choking there at the end, but him being able to recover and continue. So with that being said, and because his first round was so long and so explosive, I don't want to take anything away from what Jay the Nightwing was doing there, right?
Mm.
Jay the Nightwing, I'll say this: he got the third hands down to me, right? There's the stuff that he was doing in the third. I wish he would have did more of in the first and the second, and it wouldn't look so easy to call, or I won't even want to say easy to call, just so debatable. Let's put it like that, because Twerk's first, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just have a round that is just like it's better than the other person's 2 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it just happens, and he rapped for a long time, which I don't know if it's fair or not, but it happened. You know what I mean? I don't want to say, he got sucker punched or not.
Sometimes the moment's the moment, and yeah.
I'm trying to say. So, like, to me, honestly, this is one of those battles. You know how we're here on BarSupials. We're not picking sides. We're not partial to nobody. This is one of the ones where I'm having a harder time coming up with a victor because of what Twerk did in the first. So I'm giving Twerk for sure the first, and I'm giving Jay the Nightwing the third for sure. So it's 1-1. Comes down to the second. Who do I like more in the second? I really like both of their stuff in the second. You know what I mean? And I think I might have liked Twerk stuff more. You know what I mean? I think I might have liked Twerk stuff more than Jay. I thought it took a while for Jay the Nightwing to heat up and say to get where he needed to go. And I found his delivery. It was cool that he just kind of wanted to maintain his composure and not try to match Twerk's energy.
Yeah.
But Could have used a little bit more for me.
Well, I think the thing that for me won it from him was that he's not putting anything on. When he opens his mouth, poetry pours out. You know, like it's his voice. It's like that dude is art, and what comes out of his gap is fucking art. And so he just sounds good right off the bat. You know.
I'm definitely gonna need a rewatch on this one, man. Right? And I'm not getting your app either. I'm not getting that stupid app. Not that I won't, but I ain't getting it. Right? I don't think you should have to go through all of that to watch a battle. And some of you guys are hurting yourselves by just being on that app, anyways. Because a lot of people out here that want to see you guys that don't know anything about you guys. So you got to find a way to get your stuff out there. Whether it's like put your bars out on its own on YouTube, you got to figure out a way to do it. But off the first watch, I know a lot of people are gonna hate me for this, man. I'm honestly I'm going with Twerk, man. I'm going with Twerk. Like that first round to me was just like and Jay the Nightwing's third was really, really good. But Twerk's first, man. Man, jeez. Man, I don't know. Like the dude is I'm gonna need a rewatch on that one, but I'm giving it to Twerk off first watch.
Fair
Who do you
enough.
have? Who do you have?
I had Nightwing just because he was performance of that event for me, and one of the best performances I'd seen in a while. Different. It was different, and
Was it 2-1 or was it a 30?
I don't know. I couldn't call it. I'd have to see it again. I didn't get a good enough glimpse of it when I was watching it. Like that's the other thing about somehow the pace of these things seems so fast, you know, and it's not, you can't go back. Once you see it, it's gone. Yeah.
I like that. Kind of cool. It's like going to see a soccer game or something like that.
Yeah.
But so that would be the first debatable win for me of the night. Everything else was a 30 so far. So then we got the main event, which is Tay-Rock versus Aver. Do you get to see that one?
I can't remember it. I think I did watch it, but I can't remember it that specifically right now.
All right, Tay-Rock versus Aver. Aver upsets it off. So here's okay. Between the two, I'm not a big fan of either one of their styles, to be honest with you. But I did think it would be an interesting matchup to see what would happen. So I'm hearing a lot of noise, or there's a debate now about Verb and how he's putting his stuff together. People, other battle rappers, like the younger ones especially, are getting on him. They're calling him trash and stuff like that, saying that his stuff isn't as good as it used to be, blah, 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 blah. And they're saying they're using his last couple of performances on Caffeine to prove this by saying there's numbers to back it up, to quantify it, blah, 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 blah. So right now, the talk is about that rather than how well Tay-Rock performed that night. Man, I have to say, like I said, I'm not a huge Tay-Rock fan, but the shit he did there that night, that's why I don't really, I listen to the media, the battle rap media and stuff like that, but I think it's important for you to form your own opinions, right? And not just listen to what people tell you they think, because if you don't see it for yourself and have your own opinion, we'll be sitting here talking about how Aver is not as good as it used to be.
Well, yeah, and you have to be careful of the camera angles too, because like watching Dustin Poirier slump Conor McGregor into a corner, as soon as that happened, the camera stayed on Conor McGregor slumped in a corner, not on this champion who had just won, you know? And so it's like nobody cares about that, the guy who kicked ass. Everyone cares about the guy slumped in the corner.
I hate the UFC commentators. I'd rather listen to them in Spanish or like Brazilian or something like that. I hate them. They don't know. But anyways, we're off that, right? So the thing about it is, I don't even think Verb was that bad. You understand? Verb in his first round was just slow to heat up. And to me, that's typical Verb. He always comes off kind of odd in the beginning to me. To me, like he always comes off kind of odd in the beginning. Like when he first starts his rhyme, he'll say some stuff that never really catches on.
Mm-hmm.
And then 8 bars in, he'll start heating up. But it took him way longer to heat up in the first for me. Whereas Tay Rock, his performance was just, he was saying in an interview that he doesn't want to do any more like no people, and there was nobody in the room with that one too. He's saying that he doesn't want to do those anymore. But I'm saying to myself, why? Like that performance was sick.
Mm-hmm.
It was flawless, and the way that he was talking to Verb, it was very. He has a way of doing like gun bars that are, or street talk that can be very general. He was pretty direct to Verb with this stuff, and I honestly, I would give it to Tay Rock 2-1 because if I gave Verb a round, it would be the second. But if somebody argued, nobody's giving Verb that battle at all. But if I was going to give him a round, I would give him the second, and it's quite possibly a 30. It's quite possibly a 30 for Tay Rock, and I want to say that Tay Rock sounds crazy in that small room now. Like, if it turns out that this is the way they have to do battles from now on, people are going to look at Tay Rock as a different animal because he's going to thrive. Because the way that he crafts his bars together,
let him know.
You might not like what he's saying, but the way he's saying it, you're gonna have to be okay. He's the poetry's on point type of thing, right? So yeah, I definitely give it to Tay Rock 2-1, and I'd say that event altogether, I actually really, I guess maybe could have seen more of a fight between Tay Rock and Averb as the main event, but sometimes it's like that, right? Sometimes in the business, the people you want to win don't win, and sometimes the main card isn't really the main card.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. They it's weird how it comes together. You think in your mind like, oh, these are the two, but yeah, styles make matches.
It's like the K-Shine and the K-Shine and Chilla Jones was supposed to be like the co-main event almost, right? Because that's who's going to be the champion of the year. But you'd figure it would have been more of a fight with K-Shine and Chilla, but it really just looked like Chilla just smoked him. Like it was a clear 30. Clear 30. It's clear. Right? Just so you never know. And that's the other good thing about these things. You never know who's gonna win, right? Yeah, so I'd say it was a good event, man. I'd give it like a 7.5 maybe. Really, really, really good event, man. And we're looking forward to the Kings vs. Queens event coming up.
And considering all of these people are just getting used to new platforms and new ways of communicating their craft, like the businesses and the artists, yeah, they're doing good. All of them, URLs, Caffeine, KOTD on Twitch. Those are the two I've seen, but things are going good. Thank you.
Yeah, so hold up. Before we get out of here, man, yo, KOTD, man, what's up with you guys anyways? What's up with you guys? Yo, URL's not even on YouTube anymore. What's up with you guys? You need to start dropping some battles, man. You see that void, you guys need to start filling it in. What's up with you guys, man? You scared or something? Scared?
Well, you know what's like, they need to start dropping some of the Twitch stuff. Like that's, because it's like there's nowhere I can pay to get it again. Just drop it.
You know what else too? Hold on a second. Yo, URL. What's up with you motherfuckers anyways, man? Yo, what's your deal? Yo, you say you model your company after the UFC. They drop their matches, don't they? They're dropping old ones, aren't they? So what's up with you motherfuckers anyways, yo.
They drop new ones sometimes too. I mean, yeah.
All the time too. They'll, if they have a match coming up, they will drop the past matches of the people that are coming up. What's up with you cats, man? What's up with you guys? Anyways, man.
All right. Good to talk with you again, Juice, and we'll see everyone on the next episode of BarSupials.